What is up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Beatbox video series. In today's video, we're going to be covering USDT dominance and Bitcoin, and I have some strong bullish propaganda for you guys. So if you're bullish on the crypto market, I think you're going to enjoy today's video. First, we're going to start looking at USDT dominance. For the ones who don't know, USDT dominance represents the percentage of the market cap of USDT against the rest of the crypto market. So this is basically inversely correlated to Bitcoin's price and total market cap's price. If USDT dominance goes up, it means that BTC goes down. And if USDT dominance goes down, it means that Bitcoin and crypto will go up. So I want to talk first about USDT dominance because it has an ongoing setup, an ongoing trading pattern, which is an accumulation pattern, a three rising values pattern, which obviously is not good for crypto because if USDT is getting accumulated, that would imply that USDT dominance will be going into higher prices, although will be bearish for crypto. So this pattern consists of three higher lows consecutive with a higher high here regarding this first high. And the pattern gets confirmed when you get a daily candle close above the breakout line, which is the highest point of the higher high here at 5.9%. So that happened on August 5th. Pattern get confirmed with a daily candle close, accumulation pattern get confirmed. So now all you had to do was waiting to see how the performance of the accumulation pattern was going to play out. And ever since that happened, price failed to sustain price action or movements above the breakout line and fell below it, which Thomas Bulkowski and other pattern basically professionals identified as a throwback. So price got a throwback down here because it couldn't sustain price action above the breakout line, fell below it, and a throwback is what this geniuses of charting and technical analysis. It's a very bad event for the performance of the pattern because what Bulkowski has been able to study that whenever a throwback happens on a pattern that has been confirmed, such as this one, then the performance is not going to be as reliable as if you don't get that throwback. As if, for example, price had that breakout and then created a higher low above the breakout line and continued upwards, then that would be the best scenario for the performance of the pattern. And ever since that happened, you can see that now price has a discernible lower high regarding this high. So that could imply maybe that less market participants are on USDT dominance right now. And also you're able to somewhat distinguish a potential reversal pattern, an Adam and Eve topping pattern here. Not confirmed yet because you need a daily candle close below the neckline here, which will be at 5.4%. more or less. So if you fall below here, you would confirm that Adam and Eve topping pattern. So why am I telling you all of this information here? Because I think that when you get an accumulation pattern, like an extensive accumulation pattern that's been going on for 145 days before it got confirmed, so on 146 days of development, you get the confirmation of the pattern, and this is what you get afterwards. Doesn't make much sense, you know. You created an extensive wick to the upside, price reversed, fell below the breakout line, and now you have a lower high with a possible Adam and Eve topping pattern. So I've seen this before on one coin that I'll show you in a few more minutes. But I think that this Adam and Eve somewhat topping pattern plus this lower high and also coming down below the breakout line here gives me somewhat of a clue that maybe this was just the performance out of the accumulation pattern just a higher high, another higher high, and price not being able to sustain the rally indicates me that maybe this was just an accumulation that failed, and you just encountered a lot of USDT sellers above this level, and now you're going to mean revert to the downside. So where I have seen this, I talked about this on the stream. This is what happened on WIF on April through May. So you have the same accumulation pattern, a 3 rising valleys pattern here. This is the first low, the second valley here, and the third one with a higher high also here at $3.68. When do you get the confirmation of the pattern? You had the breakout here of the breakout line on May 28th, but the same as with USDT dominance, you just created an extensive wick to the upside, failed to sustain price above the breakout line, had a throwback, fell below the breakout line, and developed a lower high regarding this high. You don't have somewhat of the Adam and Eve topping pattern, but that's all right. Look at what happened afterwards. You failed to perform out of an extensive accumulation pattern, actually that lasted 44 days. And the one on USDT dominance is almost 150 days. So it's even a longer accumulation in this case that failed, and they just brought the price down, created a lower low regarding the 3 rising valleys low, and led into the downtrend that we've been on. Maybe reversing now, because you do have a higher low here, but you need further data here to be calling a reversal out of this downtrend. But the point is, chat, is that you failed to break out of a long-term accumulation pattern, and basically market participants, when they saw that, they just took the mean reversion trade, and that would imply on USDT dominance here that your next move will be to the downside and potentially lower than the 3 rising valleys. It could go all the way down to 3.8% down here, which is this inflection point from history, actually correlates to this low on March 11. So that's what I've been appreciating on the daily on USDT dominance. I think it's a good development that you are putting a lower high regarding this high, and that you're sustaining price action below the breakout line. Gives me somewhat of a hope that this eventually will take the mean reversion to the downside into actually fresh lows that you have not seen since March. And on the 3-day chart time frame that just closed today, you also have a development here, chat, that I'll talk about on the MACD. So what do we have here, chat, on the MACD histogram? You'll laugh about this, but you can actually chart accumulation distribution patterns also on the histogram. So you have a 3 falling peaks potential classic distribution pattern, which is the opposite, the exact opposite of the accumulation pattern. If you invert this this chart, you'll see it's the same. 3 higher lows with a higher high regarding the first high. This will be your breakout line here. I don't know, minus 0.03%. And basically you confirm the pattern where you get a bar below this level. It's when you would have confirmed distribution, but you basically have a triple bearish divergence with a potential distribution on the MACD here on the 3-day, because you have higher highs on price action and lower highs on the histogram. So man, you have confluence also with the histogram on the 3-day calling for distribution on the positive momentum on the USDT dominance. So this is the distribution of positive momentum plus a bearish divergence here. So that's pretty wild. And if you don't believe me that you can chart patterns on the MACD histogram, well, let's take a quick look at Bitcoin dominance, what it did here. inverse head and shoulders, confirmation, extensive performance of the pattern. Look at how many days USD Bitcoin dominance has been performing. 33 days of performance to the upside on Bitcoin dominance here. So I'm not saying it. The charts are. So you do have a distribution of a possible distribution of the positive momentum on the 3-day, which is a significant time frame on USDT dominance. Okay, chat. Now I'll go to Bitcoin. Also on the 3-day. So what do we have here? Bitcoin on the 3-day managed to close above the hard line out of this ascending channel. The caveat here, it's on the Bollinger Bands, because you do have a buying signal here that's still valid on my custom indicator, plus a bullish engulfing still valid, but you just sold off going into the EMA here out of the Bollinger Bands, the same that happened here and that happened here, but that's no problem. I think that you could create somewhat of a small pullback, but ultimately I think the trend is going higher because you have confluence of this bullish engulfing being still valid, plus a buy signal here on my indicator, which I forgot to tell you guys is you actually have a sell signal too on my indicator of the Bollinger Bands here on the 3-day on the USDT dominance. It's confirmed. So the target, if my bot was going to take this trade, it would set the take profit at the lower end of the bands here at around the 4.6%. So keep that in mind. So what do I want to tell you here on Bitcoin on the 3-day? It's on the MACD histogram too. So we talked about this for a while. You had a hidden bearish divergence here confirmed on the MACD histogram, where you had a higher high regarding the previous high in the MACD histogram and a lower high on price regarding the previous high, which is a bearish continuation edge, not a pattern, but it's a bearish continuation divergence on the MACD histogram. And first thing, this was just potentially the performance out of this continuation of a downtrend divergence. It's just pretty weak. You did create a lower low, but price buyers stepped in and absorbed the selling, and price is not too far down from the highs here. So I think that maybe this whole hidden bearish divergence performance is just weak. There are plenty of buyers on this market, so a continuation of a bearish divergence will ultimately not play out as sellers would expect, because that's what I'm seeing. Like, sellers had an argument here. This is an argument for sellers, and sellers have been doing a pretty lame job, if you ask me, on pushing Bitcoin price down, especially when you have that confluence of buyers stepping in, doing their best here. This represents positive momentum of buyers coming in, trying to push the asset price higher, and all they could do was a lower high regarding the previous high. So that was a bearish continuation signal, and I don't see quite the bearish continuation yet, chat, in all honesty. And taking that aside, chat, what else can you appreciate here on the MACD histogram? I'll give you a hint. It's the opposite to what's going on USDT dominance on the MACD. At least it's what's going on USDT dominance, what happened on the price action. You have a 3 rising valleys pattern. You have a low, a higher low, another higher low, with a higher high regarding the previous high. So this would be your breakout line here. Right there. So you have a potential accumulation on the negative momentum here, which would imply that positive momentum, if this gets confirmed, and you just saw how patterns are very real on the MACD histogram. They're not only real on price. I actually tend to rely to patterns more on the MACD histogram rather than on price, because on price, everyone can look at them. Sometimes, like, when something's too notorious, then it's not going to play out because everyone's positioned for it. But when you're looking and lurking around, for example, at a histogram on the MACD histogram, and you see this plus a bullish divergence here, so the opposite as on USDT dominance, this is like the mirror opposite on Bitcoin. You know, when you have lower lows and you have higher lows on the negative momentum here, man, I tend to think that this could turn to be really bullish, Chad. I do have to let you guys know, I don't know what's going to happen. I never pretend like I know what's going to happen, but this is what I basically want to see on price here. Like I want to see divergences develop on a significant time frame, such as the 3-day, which is a way bigger time frame than the daily. It's not like it's on the weekly, you know, but it's a important time frame in my opinion. You want to see this kind of distributions, you know, on the negative momentum, plus a pattern, plus a bullish divergence, plus sellers being unable to push the price lower when they had that edge. So if actually this accumulation pattern gets confirmed on the MACD histogram and you get a positive bar above here, above 588, above 588 level here, you'll be looking at a target of 2,335 on the positive momentum, just as a measure move. This is a technical target. It's not a guarantee that's gonna hit, but you will be looking at the highest positive momentum ever on the 3-day here. Just like you had the highest positive momentum ever here on the 3-day on March 10 of this year, you will be looking at all-time highs of positive momentum on the 3-day for BTC. So that's if it gets confirmed and if it actually plays out. Because as for now, this pattern is not confirmed. You need the green bar above this level here, and then you'll to see if it actually performs. Because for example, USDT dominance, like we just talked on the beginning of the stream, the performance of the accumulation pattern was pretty weak. So maybe being devil's advocate here, maybe the performance of this accumulation doesn't turn out to be what I'm expecting. But being casually optimistic and being bullish high time frame on this asset, I think that's gonna perform really well. Okay, so finally we're gonna go take a look at others. Others is basically an altcoin index excluding the top 10 coins. You know, so it's like your mid caps to small caps altcoins. This is others divided by Bitcoin. So this is basically others, like your altcoin index divided by BTC. And I have somewhat of an edge here on the 3 days. So you just closed on a bullish engulfing candle at a critical inflection zone from history here. You'll see how important this level has been in the past. It's been confirmed as resistance twice and as support just one time before. You also have a bullish bat here, harmonic, a massive harmonic here that got confirmed on June 17. And you could be talking about this being a type 2 return or just a confirmation low here of this massive bullish harmonic on others against BTC. But that's not it, chat. You also have a triple bullish divergence confirmed today on this positive bar here. This was the positive momentum bar was closed today. This is the freshly open one. So you have triple bullish divergence on the MACD histogram here, plus a type 2 return of a massive bullish harmonic, and you're coming really close to this descending trend line where you could get a breakout out of a supply line here on others against BTC. And if you turn on here the Bollinger Bands, they're somewhat squeezed, and I don't know, it's been downtrending with price. I don't have much to tell you in here, honestly, but I think that the MACD triple bullish divergence plus a confluence with a historic inflection zone here, plus the massive bullish bat, I think that others are in great shape for outperforming BTC going forward here. So man, I really like what I'm looking on the market, especially for the altcoins. I'm not saying Bitcoin dominance is stopped, you know, because this could take a while for it to top. But you could have Bitcoin dominance going up, you know, just or trending sideways, while others rip against BTC. If you get large caps, for example, Ethereum, Solana, BNB, XRP, if they underperform to BTC, and some other, you know, smaller cap altcoins outperform BTC, you could get somewhat of a choppy price action on Bitcoin dominance and an uptrend on others. It's not like on others against BTC. It's not like you need to have one or the other. So going to Bitcoin dominance, you have this bears head and shoulders, which has been playing out. You've been going into higher prices. You're losing the positive momentum as for the last 3-day bars. So as long as this turns red, I'll assume that this was just the performance out of this bears head and shoulders, and now you'll need to see, or you'll need to watch for new edge to develop. And on the daily time frame, this is not confirmed yet, you know, because this candle just opened 4 days ago. I mean, 4 hours ago. My bad. But you do have a potential bullish bad harmonic here, where you have coincidence of the retracement, and you will be looking at potentially at a retrace at the 88%. A retrace from bottom to top. So you're fighting with the 57.2 level area, this critical inflection zone from history. So if you're able to actually confirm a lower high regarding this high here, I think you'll see a cool off on Bitcoin dominance. Although I have to tell you, chat, that my bias for Bitcoin dominance, it's an uptrend until Bitcoin is way past price discovery. I think that if you're looking for an altcoin season, I think that it's gonna come when BTC shows signs of strength. So I'm guessing that will be on price action, on price discovery for BTC. But I'll go for the TA and whatever the TA is showing me. So unless a lower high gets confirmed here, I'm not going to speculate much about a potential pullback here on Bitcoin dominance. Okay? So that's going to be it for me today, guys. I think that I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. I think that there's some really good stuff going on under the hood on BTC and USDT dominance and others that will eventually play out on the following weeks. I hope to see you all, guys, tomorrow at live stream, 7 p.m. Eastern time. And I hope that you like this video, smash that subscribe button, that notification button, leave me a comment. I really hope that you're enjoying my content as I do, as I enjoy creating it. So thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys on the next time.